The Association for Addiction Professionals is a 10,000 member plus basically trade association for addiction treatment professionals across the United States, and we have some international affiliation. Main purpose of the membership is to garner support for those individuals that are out there providing addiction treatment services. We provide ongoing education, webinars, training conferences. We do advocacy at a national level for addiction-related legislation. We try to network with state and local legislative options when there are bills that might affect the treatment profession. So it's the largest group of addiction treatment professionals across the United States, made up of everyone from entry level all the way through doctorate, people that are ASAM criteria, physicians, psychologists, LPCs, marriage and family counselors. So we're a diverse group. There's a specific skill set with addiction treatment, like there is with most behavioral health therapies that are focused in a specific area. What's probably most important to know when you're doing addiction treatment is, it is a disease, it's a progressive disease. Knowing the symptoms, knowing how to intervene, knowing how to assess, knowing how to put treatment plans together. What's critical is that it's an incurable disease, but it's a disease that you can arrest. People go through long periods of recovery, oftentimes relapsing, but coming back to a more stable lifestyle. Individual that's providing that kind of treatment needs to know that that's what they can expect when they're working with folks with substance abuse disorders. Knowing as much as you can about the disease itself, knowing that it's a progressive disease, knowing what to expect at different points. The rule of thumb is if you drink and alcohol causes you a problem, you have a problem with alcohol. So it doesn't make any difference whether you're addicted or not. If it interferes significantly enough in your life, the clinician needs to have enough skill set to know, okay, where do we go from here? What can I expect with this individual? When you're looking at intervention strategies, you have to look at what's going to work best for the individual based on their job, their family, their health, their ability to pay. You've got to be able to provide them a level of care and the intervention strategy that's going to work best for that individual. So the clinician needs to have that skill set, know what resources are available, know what to expect from the individual, knowing that denial is a huge issue with folks in addiction. Oftentimes that can be looked at as their resistance to not wanting to change. Knowing that difference is critical in working with an individual. They will have failed attempts at recovery. They'll go for long periods of time where they'll do real well, and then they'll relapse. A clinician needs to try not to get discouraged by that and to take it on personally as something that they have failed to provide the individual, but recognizing that that's part of the disease process in recovery. Probably the biggest misconception is not understanding. We treat now as the way we used to treat 40 years ago. There's a lot of different information out there. There's a lot of different skill sets. And if an individual comes out of an educational background that hasn't prepared them to deal with that specific skill set, that's the challenge. That's what they need to be going at. It isn't one size fits all. And just like if you go into marriage and family counseling, I mean, just because you have an MSW or you're a licensed psychologist, if you haven't worked with married couples, you need to get that information. So the misconception is, well, because I have a graduate degree or a doctorate degree, that I'm prepared to deal with that particular population. Not true. If you're in graduate school or undergraduate school and you're leaning towards wanting to be an addiction treatment professional, first thing is, find out if you have a state affiliate of NAADAC. If not, join nationally, join NAADAC, because what that does is that puts you in touch with 10,000 people across the United States that are already in the profession. So it gives you that affiliation. It associates you with an organization that provides a lot of training. Also, NAADAC is a bridge to finding out what higher ed programs across the country offer addiction-specific degrees. There's many of them across the United States, and if somebody really truly wants to specialize in addiction, you can get a master's in addictions treatment or a bachelor's in addictions treatment. So affiliating is real important. Reading, there's tons of information out there. I mean, obviously with the internet, you can get access to that information a lot easier. But I think probably the best thing, sounds like a promo for NAADAC, but it is the association. It's the largest membership association for addiction treatment professionals, so you can get mentored quite well there.